Welcome, I'm Cassandra, and this is your general and love forecast for April 2018. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. So, let's jump into it. Oh, yeah. Just to start with, if your life is perfect, just go ahead and click off of this now and find another video. I tend to read for people who are experiencing life problems. So if your life is great and you're just looking for your twin soul, move along to the next video, please. Most people need to be reminded that this is a general reading for the masses. And unfortunately, I've seen too many people that are taking these readings so seriously, and they're literally planning their lives and their life decisions around these free readings, which I do not recommend. If the reading resonates with you, great. If not, don't take it as that's your truth. We all have free will, okay? And not every single Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign are having the same exact experience. You're not all experiencing problems. You know, we're all on our own journey. And I tend to read for the people who are having problems in their life. So I'm not the cookie cutting, let's make light out of every single thing type of tarot reader, okay? This is more for the people who are going through some shit. Pardon my French, but it is what it is. I'm reading for the people who truly need help, and even those people who need help and are stuck in a rut and that can't afford a personal reading. Even though a personal reading will always be far more accurate than a general reading for the masses. Okay. I will end my epic rant there because I'm going to do a PSA video. It's come to this point, so. Okay, it is about you, Leo, so I'm going to shut up. So, for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, we have 6 of Cups. So, this is a wonderful energy. This is the energy of coming into contact with those from our past. This could be siblings. This could be cousins. This could be an old lover. This could be an old friend. This could be someone from your past that you knew for a very long time, that you had a connection with. Now, for some of you, this could be indicating that you could be looking back on your past and you might be feeling a bit nostalgic. And for some of you, this is going to bring an opportunity. And this opportunity would come from someone that's, got ties to your past. Now, to clarify, this is not great. We have 5 of Swords. I cannot remember. One of the free readings I already did had 5 of Swords as the first clarifying card as well. Anyhow, again, this is not the best energy. This card I refer to as the asshole who's just spoiling for a fight. Again, pardon my French, but, it's just my mouth. It's who I am. I can't filter myself. If I do, then it just messes it up. So, anyhow, this is someone that has a great desire to start conflict. Now, this could be your energy, or someone could have done this to you, and it's making you feel this particular way. So with the Five of Swords, this is someone who is definitely looking for a fight. So someone could have been literally starting an argument with you, or you could be starting arguments with someone else. Could be someone from the past, or someone from the past could be trying to start problems for you. Now, with the Five of Swords, a lot of times deception is involved. So do be on the lookout for that. It is not the type of news I want to deliver, but I just read the cards as they come out. I can't specially pick the cards, or that wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't be accurate. So someone is definitely causing some sort of problems for you, or you could be causing problems for someone else. Now, you may have your reasons, they may have their reasons, but either way, there is definitely a cruelness with this particular energy. A lot of times this can indicate a forceful severing of ties. So, hence a breakup, and it's done in a forceful type of manner where it's like there's just absolutely no regard for one's feelings. And so this would definitely be with someone that has ties to your past. This could be a sibling, could be a cousin, could be an old friend, could be, a lover. Maybe you have been in a relationship with someone since you were, a teenager or something. But, it doesn't have to go back that far, but this is definitely indicating it's someone that you've known for a while, or someone that has ties, say, to your hometown. Now, a severing of ties. It can be an unfair application of power where one is forced to have to deal with it. So again, you could be on the receiving end or the giving end of this energy. It's really not the best energy. I apologize. Especially for those of you who are going through this and you are on the receiving end of this energy. Perhaps you've had someone sever ties with you, and they did so in a very nasty way. This can also indicate literal theft as well. And that theft could be, of actual money, material possessions, but this can also be the theft of your time, your energy, your love, someone taking you for granted, so it can be interpreted in many different ways. But you need to realize that there is definitely a sense of, I just don't care. And this breaks my heart for you guys, because this is not the type of energy that I would want anybody to have to be feeling or to be going through. A lot of hurt feelings here, and it's got ties to the past. So yeah, if you're offered an opportunity from someone in your past, you definitely may want to pay attention, especially if there happens to be any red flags. Okay, so this would be your circumstances. So we have the King of Cups in the reverse position. So this would definitely indicate that something has taken place that has emotionally provoked you, and you may feel out of balance. And typically the emotions are overriding the intellect during something such as this. So the King of Cups, when he's in the reverse, and yes, it says king, it can be male, female, or this can just be about your energy in general. But a lot of times with this particular card in the reverse, something has occurred. This could have taken place in your home life. This could be taking place even at your job. But things can be emotionally volatile. Some emotionally volatile type of situation has definitely got you feeling a bit moody. You may even be wanting to detach and just withdraw and be left alone. So there's definitely something that has occurred that it's got you upset and you don't really want to express your feelings right now. You just kind of want to be left alone. But the thing here is the King of Cups in reverse. This energy wants you to rise up and face this emotional issue with maturity and wisdom. But then, it's like, I just don't want to, just let me go sulk, alone, leave me alone. So, you guys may be feeling like you need some space to breathe so that you can just get your emotions and your head together. And it's okay to do that for a little while. Just don't get stuck too long in there, okay? You don't want to turn yourself into a hermit. This too shall pass. Now to clarify, we have the Death card. So, for most of you, you've probably seen the end of something. This could be the end of a relationship. It could be a marriage. It could be a romantic relationship, or it could be a platonic relationship. It could be a job situation. It could be many different things. But there is some sort of ending that emotionally provoked you. And it's got you feeling a bit moody and wanting to withdraw and detach. It's like you're very emotional, but you just don't know how to express your emotions without them being perceived as absolutely negative by others right now. So you just want to be left alone. But it is all caused by an ending that occurred. Something came to an end, something came to a close, and it upset you greatly, and it's causing emotional issues. And my best advice here is whatever came to an end, as hard as it may be, do your best to just let it go, because the harder that you try to fight and to cling onto it just makes it so much harder. It's an inevitable change, and a lot of times for most people it is necessary. Now, for a few rare people out there, this could be indicating that you may have actually lost someone through physical death. And if that is you, then you will know it's you. And I send you my deepest condolences and prayers. I really do. My heart goes out to you. Now, if you're watching this reading and no, you haven't lost anyone, then please do not assume that you're going to lose someone, okay? Because given this card position, it shows it's something that has already happened. Okay? Alright. Just want to be clear. So, here we have our focus card. We have the Two of Swords in the reverse position. So, it seems that you guys had a decision to make. And some of you could have experienced a bit of indecision. in trying to make a choice between, a few different options, a few different paths, whatever it may be. You could have had to have chosen out of, two different people or two different jobs or, 5 different jobs, whatever it may be. There was a choice that needed to be made. And you may have been feeling a bit indecisive about which way to go. Now that it's in the reverse position, you've made a choice, okay? The choice has been made, and you're following through on it. So to clarify, I got the Two of Swords in reverse yet again. So to me, that just drives home the fact that, yes, the decision has been made, but I bet you guys had to deal with a lot of indecision. And some of you are probably still wondering, did I make the right choice? So I went ahead and clarified yet again, and I got the Justice card. So, just like Libra, because the Two of Swords is Libra, it's Moon in Libra, and the Justice card is ruled by Libra. So, I take this as to the point, let's weigh the options out. What are the pros and the cons of each choice? Choose what is best for you and know that you made the right choice. Pick the choice that you know is the right thing, okay? Choose what you know is right. And again, if you still may be feeling like you don't know if you made the right decision, maybe go back and think on it. Weigh the pros and cons. Even though the decision's already been made, you can still look at it from that point of view and weigh the pros and cons. But just make sure you pick the right thing for the right reasons, and picking the thing that will actually bring you some justice. This could be personal justice. This could be about justice, within the law. This can be interpreted about 100 different ways, because we're all on our own journey here. So, but again, just choose what you know is the right thing for you, because only you can do that, and only you know what's best for you. Okay, so this is the card of your recent past, or the energy that is passing. And here we have the Queen of Cups. So some of you could have been dealing with a woman, but it doesn't have to be. You could have been dealing with a woman or a man, or we could just be dealing with the overall energy of Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups, she tends to think more with her intuition rather than with her logic and her intellect. So she's a feeler. She's the one who wants to get to the bottom. She wants to understand things from the deepest emotional level possible. We could call her a Scorpio. That may resonate for some of you. But, also Cups. So, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Or again, we could just be dealing with the overall energy. But the Queen of Cups, she is one who likes to nurture, especially one who nurtures on an emotional level. So maybe some of you have been craving that emotional nurturing. Maybe you guys were seeking it out. Or maybe some of you guys were giving, emotional nurturing to others. we clarify and we have the King of Swords. So from the emotions on cups to the air element of intellect. So the King of Swords, this can be a lawyer, this can be a judge, prosecutor, someone within the courts, someone who makes decisions. Now, the King of Swords, since he's in the upright position, he will come to a fair decision. Perhaps maybe you guys were weighing things out, because the King of Swords, he will literally, just like the Two of Swords reversed and the Justice, he's going to take both sides of an issue, and he's going to weigh the pros and the cons. He's going to take into consideration the positives and the negatives of each side, of each person, of each decision, whatever it may be. And he's going to come to a fair and honorable conclusion. And when it's the King of Swords, he's very analytical. Very analytical. And he takes his time. He's very deliberate in making his decision. He makes sure that he comes to a fair conclusion, a fair decision. And so some of you could have been making a decision. Well, clearly you guys are making a decision. But perhaps maybe your decision has been about someone in your life. Or maybe some of you have wrestled with the decision of, should I continue to be the emotional nurturer, or should I be done with it and move on? And for some of you, this could be indicating that perhaps some of you could have been in the court system. Some of you could have... Five of Swords can definitely indicate being in court as well. But the King of Swords, at least he's in the upright position. So if this is, say, perhaps a judge maybe, or a lawyer that you've come into contact with, being in the upright position shows that, they are honorable. So that is good. At least they're not corrupt. Okay, so this would be the present, the here, the now energy. We have Four of Wands in the reverse position. So I automatically, whether this card is in the upright position or the reverse position, I always associate this card as be grateful for what you do have. No matter how big or how small, do take time to acknowledge all of the blessings in your life and be grateful for them. No matter how bad things may appear, we always have blessings. I've had so many people say, I don't have anything good, and they literally start emailing me about their whole entire life and how it's just been total and utter shit. And but yet they fail to see, are you still breathing? Yep. That's a blessing. Are you healthy? Yep, that's a blessing. Are you eating dinner tonight? Yep, that's a blessing. So some people need to be reminded that the small things really do matter just as much as the large things. And another thing about this is the more that we tend to acknowledge that we do have blessings, no matter how bad our situation may be, if we can acknowledge that we do have blessings and we are grateful and thankful for what we do have, then like magic, we can literally attract more good things to come our way. When we're in a situation where negativity is dominating, this is where we need to try to refocus our thoughts. Because thoughts are things, people. every thought contains energy. And if we're thinking negative things, well, we can create a self-fulfilling prophecy. So if we refocus our thoughts on the positive things and being grateful for the things that we do have, then like magic, we can attract more good things to come to us. Now, beyond that, the Four of Wands in reverse, this could indicate that there could be some unhappiness in the home, perhaps, or maybe a bit of unsettledness. For some, you could be experiencing issues within the home. You may need repairs to your home or something in your home. This could be something like structural repairs. So, especially for those of you who may be getting a house built or, say, remodeling a home, you definitely want to be careful under this type of energy. And it would definitely be good to get another expert out, and a second, a third opinion, whatever it may be. It never hurts to have, a couple opinions, because especially if you are having like a house built or a house, remodeled, you don't want to run into a costly mistake. So if you can prevent that, do what you can to get someone else out to take a look at the problem and assess it, and you might be able to save some money in the long run. Now, some of you could be experiencing, say, some hard times with your home life in general. Some of you could be experiencing, say, a child leaving. So, there could be like a bit of empty nest syndrome. This card can also indicate that the honeymoon phase to one's marriage is definitely over. So, yeah, this can be interpreted many different ways, but in general, this card definitely indicates that there's something that's off at the home level, So, the family may not be getting along. You may be having something breaking or needing maintenance in your home. Something may need fixed. But overall, like I said, let's be grateful for everything we do have, because this can counteract some of the negativity. So to clarify, we have the Two of Coins in the reverse position. So this would definitely indicate that you would be juggling way too many different things. This is someone that would have too many irons in the fire, so to speak. And that doesn't work out well. Because when this is in the reverse, you really need to make a decision and make the things that you have to deal with of a financial net. You need to pick something and make it the priority. This is not the time to be trying to juggle 5 different jobs or, whatever it may be. This is about juggling finances, so you could be juggling your finances literally. Maybe you're trying to make ends meet. Maybe you're trying to juggle between what should I do, what should I improve in my home. Maybe some of you have, 2-3 jobs, and maybe that might be causing some upset in the home. But there is a need to pick. You need to narrow things down, because you need to pick something and concentrate more of your energy upon it, so that you can at least make one particular thing more successful for you. And then in no time, you'll be able to get this back to the upright position. See, this is the wonderful thing about having free will, is by simply just, changing, one little thing. Say you got two different jobs, but, you make more money at this one and you actually have benefits at this one, and this one's just a part-time. Do away with that part-time. Focus on the bread and butter job, because it could be causing problems at home, Maybe you're not there enough. This could be many different things, so. Okay, so this would be the near future. Here we have the Three of Cups in the reverse position. So, this can indicate that there could have been an upset. This upset could have been caused by some thoughtless words and actions. It could be on your part. It could be on someone else's part. So you could be the giver or the receiver of this energy, and this is the near future. So a lot of times when the Three of Cups in the reverse comes up, there can be a problem within a friendship. There can be a problem within a relation, like a romantic relationship, a marriage, or it could be friendship, or it could be between co-workers, but you would be friends with them. But there is something that happens that causes, hurt feelings. This can also indicate that if you're hoping for a reconciliation, that it's not likely. It is not likely under this energy. But the upside here is that there's always a chance. If you happen to be the one to say some awful things and you have time to think on it, and perhaps maybe you realize that was a little hard, I didn't really mean as everything I said. So you may owe someone an apology, which could go a long way towards potentially being able to reconcile. But it's just not possible as it sits right now. So again, you may owe someone an apology, or someone might owe you an apology. This can go either way. Now, a lot of times with the Three of Cups in reverse, we have issues of gossip come up, and we have issues of overindulgence, especially when it comes to alcohol. So those are the biggies. A lot of times gossip can come up. You may hear about gossip, or you could be the object of gossip. It can go either way. The overindulgence, definitely beware of that. If you like to partake in drinking, try to do so in moderation. All things in moderation are okay. Too much of anything is a bad thing. So make sure to not overindulge. And again, this could be actual alcohol, but this could also be indicating, prescription medication or recreational type of drugs as well. You don't want to overindulge, because sometimes, especially under the influence of chemicals, it can make you say some things you normally wouldn't say. You might actually mean them, or you may not. So, yeah, be careful of that. Okay, so to clarify, we get the Ace of Swords. So, I love this card. Not everyone's a fan of this card, but me in particular, I am, because I am a huge fan of the truth. The Ace of Swords, this sword literally cuts through any and all bullshit, and you get to the truth of the matter. Again, excuse my French, but I I can't help it. That's how I look at this card. This card will cut through all the crap and the truth is revealed, you know. So this energy goes a long way with you getting the truth. So especially if there is gossip, say, about you, then this would be some good energy for you to get to the truth of the matter. And even if you're on the receiving end of being gossiped about, you can definitely defend yourself. No problem at all. Just try to be careful. Remember, it's a sword, so it cuts both ways. You don't want to be overly forceful, but you can absolutely defend yourself, and no problem at all there. Just don't be overly forceful. And with this type of energy, sometimes we can be a bit overly forceful with it. But hey, the truth is the truth, you know. Even if you're a minority of one, if you're speaking the truth, then hey, continue on. I appreciate the truth. I want the whole truth and nothing but. But everyone's different, so to each his own. But yes, this is good energy that's coming in to help reveal the truth. And it's up to you if you want to reconcile with this other person. And again, you may need to apologize to someone, or someone may need to apologize to you. It can go either way. Okay, so this would be your attitude. Here we have the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands typically is a card of conflict, but this card could also be indicating that you guys may be feeling very confused. This could also be indicating that you may feel that you're struggling. And, well, confusion will definitely bring struggles, that's for certain. But this is also a card of conflict. And sometimes the conflict can be one that's almost unexpected. It can kind of come out of nowhere for some, and for others, you just know it's coming, but sometimes it just happens at, you know, the worst time possible. But especially if you've been having a lot of conflicts with someone in your life, this card is definitely indicating that it can feel like a never-ending conflict. And it's like the conflict goes for so long that you're just kind of like, why did this conflict even start? Because we've been through about 20 different things, argued about 20 different things. Why did this even start to begin with, you know? So it could be a card of constant conflict. And the best way to deal with this is to just try to, you know, sit down and work things out in a constructive way. But it's not always possible for everyone. But in general, I feel that a lot of you guys may be experiencing some confusion, some struggling, and you could be actually having conflict with others, or you could be having an inner conflict as well. And to clarify, we get the Nine of Swords in the reversed position. So the Nine of Swords in the reversed position shows that you've been through a loss, and you are now healing from this loss. Now, this loss could have been many different things. It could have been the loss of a relationship, you know, whether it be romantic or platonic. It could be, you know, the loss of a relationship. It could also This card can also be about surgery. So some of you could have had surgery. And with it being in the reverse position, this would definitely indicate that you were healing from it. But in general, this is a card where we experience loss. In the upright position, this is what I refer to as the nightmare card, because we can actually be plagued by nightmares, and then that can lead to sleepless nights because we're having nightmares, so we don't want to go to sleep, you know? So sleepless nights, nightmares, but also tons of anxiety, stress, depression, definitely some tears. You know, this card can indicate unfaithfulness, which the Three of Cups in reverse can also indicate a third-party situation that involves unfaithfulness. That'll resonate with some of you. It's not going to resonate with everyone, but that will resonate with some of you. So, but yes, this can indicate, you know, that there was some unfaithfulness that took place within a relationship. And perhaps this may lead to you feeling confused and struggling, and most of all, why you are having conflicts. But in general, this can just be about going through a loss of some sort. Now, more times than not, this is something that takes place more within the mind. So for some of you, you could have been dealing with a stress disorder, anxiety disorder, maybe even a depression type of disorder. But with it in the reverse position, you are now getting better. It is a slow process, but, you know, getting better, recovering, and healing are taking place. It's just a bit of a slow process. So things will get better, even though it does not feel like it right now. But it will get better. So a loss is what brings the conflict, the confusion, and the struggles. Now, this is how other people see you. And here we have the Ace of Cups in the reverse position. So someone could be looking at you as you have iced them out, blocked them out of your emotions. Maybe someone is looking at you like you have no love in your heart for them, and maybe rightfully so. Everyone's experience is different, you know. Some things are just unforgivable for some of us, and to each his own. But for some of you, this could also be indicating that perhaps your heart is not so open for love because there is a deep sense of distrust. Maybe you don't trust someone in particular with your heart and your vulnerability. Maybe you have a good reason to not trust, but maybe your lack of trust could also be stemming from fear. These are all possibilities. But the Ace of Cups in reverse also indicates a rushing out of emotions because the cup is now upside down. So everything in the cup just runs out, rushes out. So likewise with your emotions, you could have, you know, threw them all out there real quick, and now you may be feeling empty, or someone may be looking at you like you are empty. Doesn't mean it's true, but, you know, everyone's perception is different. Okay, to clarify, we have the Six of Coins in the reverse position. So, this card is about generosity. It's also a card about receiving a bonus. or some type of charity, some help. A lot of times it's financial help or, financial assistance. But when it's in the reverse position, it shows that help that may be offered will have strings attached to it. So there could be offers where there are strings attached, or there could be an issue where you may be offered something, but it will be like a lot less than what you had expected or hoped for. Yeah. It can feel a bit unfair. I mean, sometimes this can actually indicate that there is an unfair distribution of someone's will or their estate. So that might resonate with a few of you. And maybe someone just looks at it like you're putting conditions, strings attached to receiving your love, or, vice versa. It can go either way. Okay, so this is the hopes and the fears position, and we have the Five of Swords, which we got that right up here at the top. And this is in the hope or fears position, so clearly a fear has manifested into your life. So we've already had this talk here, and I can already tell you we're going to have it again. Okay, so Five of Swords, I've already been through this, but again, this is an unfair application of power. This is someone that could potentially degrade you, someone who wants to start problems for you, someone who's looking to steal your swords, your money, your chick. See the woman back here? See these two dudes just duking it out, and they're going at it, and she's just back here whatever, I'll see who wins. It's pretty literal. So yeah, I mean, some of you definitely could have experienced some unfaithfulness within a relationship. So to clarify, we had the Moon. The Five of Swords indicates deception, and the Moon can also indicate deception as well. The Moon can also be about us emotionally exaggerating a situation, making a mountain out of a molehill. The Moon tends to exaggerate our emotions. And the Moon is also about, sometimes we have that feeling where we just know, we don't know why, but we just know that something big is coming. And anytime you feel that, then the Moon card pops out. Then you're absolutely right, something is coming. But this is a hope or fears position, so I'm going to say fear, but I feel like this has manifested into your life, in some of your lives. So we have two cards of deception here, plus a card of gossip, and careless words and potential third party situations. Could have ties to your past. Okay, so for the final outcome card, we have the Star in the reverse position. Now, Leo, come on. I just cannot do this with you guys. I don't want to see Leos down anymore like this. Pull it together. Life may be handing you some lemons, but damn it, make some lemonade and put a smile on your face and just make things work out for you. Just, you know, you guys are very optimistic. And I feel that a lot of you guys may be losing your way that are going through these type of problems. But it's not going to last forever, okay? The star in the reverse position is indicating that your faith is being tested right now. And, you know, with this card in reverse, not only is your faith being tested, but you may be looking at a situation like it's just absolutely hopeless. Like, why should I continue? This situation is hopeless. There's nothing that can be done. You know, I should just give up. This can also be about being overly anxious. Some of you could be experiencing issues with an anxiety disorder. Some of you could actually be experiencing some pretty bad depression. And I don't want you guys getting caught up into this energy, because essentially this is just a test of your faith. You guys need to try to shift your thoughts when you are going through this negative type of stuff. You really need to refocus your mind on the positives, no matter how few things there is or what. You need to focus on what you do have and be grateful for what you do have. Now, the star in reverse is also indicating that you just might have a hidden ability and you've just not realized it yet. And maybe you need to be a bit reflective and do some introspection and dig deep, because you do have a hidden ability. Now, some of you could actually already know what this ability is, and maybe you just kind of blew it off and ignored it. Like, you know, that'll never work out for me, you know. Don't think that way. If you know that you have an ability that you've just kind of not nurtured and you've not let people know about it, well, you know what? Now is the time to nurture it. Pay attention to it. Don't keep it hidden anymore. It's time to let your star shine, okay? We all know that Leo is a star. Shine! Come on. Pull yourselves out of this slump, and you will, okay? You absolutely will. Don't take no for an answer. Pull yourself out of this, okay? And just know that this is just your faith being tested. Yes, you've gone through some shit, but it is all because your faith is being tested. How bad do you really want whatever you've been hoping for? Because the star is always about a wish that we've made. It's about us having hope. And it's about the wishes that we have, the dreams that we have for ourselves. So how bad do you want it, Leo? Refocus those thoughts and bring it to the positive. Instead of seeing everything that's wrong, start seeing the things that are right and start finding solutions and not focusing on the problems. When we focus on what we lack rather than what we're gaining, you know, we can end up attracting more things that we're lacking. So we just need to do a shift, you know. Some of you may be going through a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy type of deal where your negative thinking might have gotten the better of you, but it can be fixed. Now, for some of you, this can be indicating that you may be ill. Some of you could have, this is not going to resonate with everyone. This is for a few of you, okay? Some of you might have just literally overexhausted yourself emotionally, physically, mentally, going after something that you want, and you might have just not given yourself enough time, enough breaks to rest and recuperate and recover, and you could have literally burned yourself out to the point of where you ended up being ill. And so if this happens to be resonating with you, just take this time to recover. Don't stress yourself out any more than what you're already dealing with, okay? And just know that the ability to fix a lot of the things that are going wrong is, one, have faith. Have unshakable faith in yourself, Leos, okay? And in the universe and God, whatever works for you, but have that faith, especially in yourself. And have faith that things are going to turn in your favor, because they will. They absolutely will. Now, to clarify, we have the Queen of Wands, which I automatically always associate her as a Leo. The Queen of Wands, she is about creating new directions. She has the ability to manifest just as you do, Leos, okay? You need to refocus. Any of the negative stuff that's been going on, like I said, drop it. Focus on the good. And then focus on making perhaps some new goals. Focus on what you can do to achieve the goal that you are going after. Take a step back, look at things objectively if you have to. But just know, with the Queen of Wands coming in here, she's saying you don't have to be hopeless, because you have the ability to create a new direction. You have the ability to manifest what you want. You want this to work out? Then you can manifest the direction that you need to go in. You want a new job? You can make that happen, all within the power of your mind. The mind, the subconscious mind, is a very powerful thing, and most Leos know this. So just know, if you're stuck in a negative spiral here, it's because you need to change your frame of thoughts. You need to be positive, and you need to have that unshakable faith, and you need to believe in yourself, Leo. Believe in yourself. Have faith in yourself and your abilities, okay? I say this with great love. I don't like seeing my Leos down and depressed and in the dumps like this. It just doesn't work for me. So, by God, take those lemons and make some lemonade, okay? Because you got this. You really do. Give yourself some credit. So for the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Cups in the reverse position. So with this card being in the reverse position, this indicates that you are definitely finding renewed hope. There are many opportunities that are available to you, and that will be presenting themselves to you, okay? So don't get caught up in, hopelessness and despair. That ain't going to work, because you got opportunities that are going to come your way. Absolutely. And you need to be ready. You need to be ready for them, and you need to be having faith in yourself and your abilities, okay? No more depression, Leo. It's time to snap out of it. I can't be having my lions all depressed. That's just not going to work for me. So there are opportunities around, okay? Bottom of the deck, 10 of coins in the reverse position, which is a financial loss. And I feel that a lot of you guys are focused on a financial loss that has occurred for you guys in your past, or some of you could be going through it right now. And that's probably why you're feeling hopeless, like there's no hope. But I'm here to tell you that there is hope, because the opportunities are coming. They're coming. And I need you guys to shift your frame of mind, and I need you to have faith, unshakable faith in yourself, in your abilities, in the universe, in God, whatever it is, but ultimately have faith in yourself and know you got this. Just focus on the positives and know that opportunities are coming your way. They absolutely are. And in no time, we can bring this card upright, because you got free will. And if you guys actually take my advice and you change your frame of mind and you start thinking more positive and reinforcing the positive, in no time you'll have this in the upright position and you will be where you want to be, especially financially. Okay, I hope I wasn't too hard on you guys. I just love you guys, and I really don't want to see you guys depressed. Snap out of it, okay? If you don't feel appreciated, let me tell you, I appreciate you, and I love you, and I have faith in you. So have faith in yourself, okay? Okay, Love Oracle cards. These are for the single Leo, Sun, Moon, and Risings, okay? Flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. And of course, Leo, you guys are just naturally flirty. You don't always mean to either. And sometimes it's very intentional. And then we have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So this is definitely hinting at the fact that some of you who are single, some of you are being prepped. You're in a prepping stage because a relationship is going to come in. It could be in a couple of weeks, it could be in a couple of months, it could be in a year, but you are being prepped because a relationship is going to come. So that's good news for some of you that are wanting that. Not every Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising wants to be in a relationship. So that's good news for some of you. Now, these are the Love Oracle cards for the Leos that are married or in a relationship. So, the first one is separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Now, this can mean an actual separation, you know, this can actually mean a divorce, but this can also indicate like a temporary separation where, you know, perhaps you take a break from your significant other or they take one from you. Sometimes that can help us to see things in, you know, a better light. But this can also indicate that maybe you or your significant other may be having to travel for work. And so there is a separation on that end. So it doesn't have to be a life-crushing divorce type of separation. This can be indicating a separation that is caused by someone having, you know, job responsibilities and they have to travel. Maybe you have some family obligations or your significant other has some family obligations that they have to take care of, and it requires them to travel. So it can be a very temporary separation. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So yeah, this is definitely a card of feeling iced out, so to speak. Sometimes this can be about you're having so many problems in your life that perhaps maybe your significant other, maybe they feel like you're shutting them out. And it's not that you necessarily mean to, but you're trying to fix, so many other issues in your life, probably more along the lines of your finances. And so that's where your attention is. But, this can also indicate that you are blocking yourself from feeling your emotions. And you just need to take back control of your life, because you need to feel that passion. I mean, Leo, out above all signs, you really need to feel the passion, okay? So, have that unshakable faith. That'll clear a lot of things up. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So, yeah, this is pretty straightforward. For some of you, maybe your relationship seems like it's just kind of hit a plateau, but hey, incorporate a date night, on a whim. Do something, that surprises your significant other, recapture that romance, go out on a date, go do something fun, bring some flowers or a gift or, whatever it may be. Anything where, playfulness, anything where we're, recapturing the romance. That can, bring the passion back in a relationship that seems to be pretty dull lately. Yeah. And then make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So this is pretty straightforward as well. So, yeah. Some of you do need to step up and make that effort, especially when it comes to playfulness. Some of you need to show that you truly care. Some of you could be having issues and difficulties within a relationship, and it could be because your significant other may feel like you don't love them enough, or you don't show them that you love them enough. And so you just want to make the effort. The smallest things can have the biggest impact, Okay, Leo. Like I said, have unshakable faith right now, especially in yourself. When I do these cards next month, I expect to see a complete turnaround, okay? Like I said, I got faith in you, so you need to have faith in yourself, alright? Okay, I love you guys, and I will talk to you next month. I'm sending you blessings of healing, prosperity, and love. Talk to you next month.